Watch this. Did you see that? Watch it again. That's a 30th of a second. That tiny bit of time can make the difference between surviving a car accident or not. That's because that's the amount of time it takes for an airbag to deploy at the moment of impact.
Airbags have helped save thousands of lives since becoming mandatory in new cars in 1998. They're based upon a relatively simple concept. Create a soft pillow that inflates quickly enough to cushion the human body in the event of a crash. But how do they inflate so quickly? The secret isn't in the bag. It's in this, the inflator. The single most complex and technologically advanced part of the airbag system. To find out how they're built, we've come to Autoliv in Ogden, Utah, one of the largest manufacturers of airbag systems in the world.
So Marshall, this is the factory floor where we actually make the inflators. We make 3 different types of inflators at this factory, and we'll make over 37 million of them this year.
These 4-inch pyrotechnic inflators are typically used to inflate driver or front passenger airbags. They're small, but they can inflate a 50 to 60 liter airbag in less than 30 milliseconds. How fast is that? Well, it takes 100 milliseconds just to blink your eye. Pyrotechnic inflators are made here in this 20 by 20 foot manufacturing cell.
The first process here is the barcode machine. We start with the raw base here. The operator will pick that up as it goes into that machine. That machine places the barcode label on it.
The barcode tracks the inflator through the entire manufacturing process, recording every step along the way.
The next process is we weld what's called the adapter.
Adapters are basically ports for these parts, called initiators. Initiators do what you might expect. They initiate the process that leads to the airbag inflating. Early airbag systems weren't able to adjust the rate of inflation according to the size and position of the occupant or the severity of the crash. So engineers designed what's known as a smart inflator. It uses 2 initiators instead of 1. One initiator triggers the primary stage, or about 80% of the gas. That's enough for what's called a soft deployment. But if a full deployment is necessary, the other initiator triggers the secondary stage. That produces the remaining gas and makes the airbag firmer.
Considering who's sitting in the front seat, whether it's a smaller person or how close they are, it'll give either a soft deployment or a full-out deployment.
Workers installed these 2-inch perforated tubes just underneath the initiators, so that the initiators actually sit inside the tubes. When the combustible powder stored in these tubes starts to burn, it instantly ignites the chemical tablets stored here. See these green pellets? They're only the size of aspirin, but when they burn, they produce a hot but harmless nitrogen-based gas that exits the inflator and fills up the airbag. First, a machine weighs and loads the pellets needed to generate the secondary or smaller stage. Again, this is only triggered when sensors indicate that a full deployment is necessary.
So that's like a 6-part turntable that's just walking them through all those stations.
Right. We've chosen to go with a dial table operation.
Good.
The next loader adds and secures a filter, which removes any particulates from the burning process and cools the gas as it escapes into the airbag. Then a third loader measures the primary stage. This is the initial stage that goes off regardless of the size or weight of the driver. Now it's time to seal the inflator to ensure nothing leaks out and no moisture leaks in. Obviously, engineers don't want the inflator to blow apart when the generant inside ignites. So they need to make sure the bond between the top and bottom is very strong and that the welding process itself won't ignite what's inside. For that, they turn to the inertia welder.
it's a kind of a friction weld, and as it spins it, it kind of slams it together, and that inertia creates the heat and welds the part together.
You're saying that it takes this cup and spins it at like 4,000 RPM?
Close to, yeah, 3,500.
Okay. And just jams it on there so hard that it actually melts the metal at that seam.
Right. You can see right here, it melts it, pushes it together, and cools fast enough. You get a nice weld all the way around. We call it a weld curl.
So no electricity, no acetylene,
Nope.
just weld with friction.
Front force and the rotation.
Before the welder completely seals each inflator, it injects a small amount of helium inside. Then, the inflators cool down on this conveyor belt. Workers use that helium to test each seal by placing the inflators in a bell jar and vacuuming all the air out. If they detect any of that helium in the air, it means the inflator is not properly sealed and it will not pass inspection. Finally, a technician places the red and black electrical connectors onto a machine that then places them onto the inflator and verifies the circuit is operating. And there you have it, a finished inflator.
So it's still warm,
Right.
and this little cartridge is going to produce like this much gas. That'd be a big...
Right.
Now, this particular one fills a passenger airbag, which is very large in most vehicles.
yeah, like a pillow, a big
Yes.
pillow. And how long does it take for that whole process?
From the time the car says, I'm in a crash, till the airbag is full is about 30 milliseconds.
Now that the inflators are complete, it's time for the airbags. Airbags are made out of a nylon fabric similar to a parachute and have vent holes that allow the gas to empty the airbag in no more than 0.3 of a second. Quick deflation is critical because the airbag becomes a softer cushion as the gas escapes. Workers begin by attaching each inflator to the airbag. Then a machine folds the airbag into a small, compact bundle, small enough to fit inside a car's steering wheel. Then, workers attach a metal plate that supports the car's horn and steering wheel cover. First, a worker screws the plate on. Then a machine attaches a plastic cover.
This is the thing that sits in the center of the steering wheel.
Yeah, that's all you'll see in the car is this cover right here. For every car model there's typically a different cover.
Oh, jeez.
Finally, a machine that mimics the touch of a human finger checks to make sure that the horn is functioning. Now we're ready to see these airbags in action. Every day, Autoleave produces about 68,000 airbag modules. And every day, technicians test at least one of every model they make. That's roughly 350 a day.
That's amazing. It goes from nothing, just like that. It's a full-size pillow.
This is the actual airbag that you witnessed being assembled.
There's the horn plate and the bag.
Think about it. All of that technology to make a bag inflate in less than a blink of an eye. And it's nice to know it's there if you ever need it.